All right, at the end of last week, Xdefiant had its open playtest beta situation. And as someone who grew up playing a lot of the older Call of Duty games like Black Ops, Black Ops 2, Modern Warfare 2, I had a ton of fun with the beta. And with the way that recent Call of Duty has been received, it actually looks like Xdefiant has the chance to either do something really, really cool or really, really funny. I feel like, at least in the multiplayer FPS genre, this is talked about at least once every few years of, will the next big shooter be the death of Call of Duty? And honestly, it probably won't. I will say that it seems like this new Modern Warfare 2 that came out this year is really just not looking good, or it came out at the end of last year. It has one of the lowest player drop-offs. It's one of the least talked about Call of Duties in my recent memory, and really in my entire life's memory. Even with Infinite Warfare, that game came with Modern Warfare Remastered before they rebooted the Modern Warfare franchise, and to me, this new Call of Duty has just been pretty bad. I actually haven't really enjoyed a Call of Duty game probably since Modern Warfare Remastered. I actually really enjoyed Advanced Warfare for what it was. I really enjoyed Black Ops 3. That's probably my third or fourth favorite Call of Duty. Black Ops 4 was also really, really good. And then after that, I just didn't really enjoy the series. And this is coming from like a long-term Call of Duty fan. Like, I've been playing Call of Duty since pretty much about the time that I could walk. And it's not like I just played Call of Duty either. I've played pretty much all the major first-person shooters like Halo and Battlefield. Those were two games I dove a lot into, especially Halo 3 and Halo 4 and Battlefield 1. And then even with games like Rainbow Six Siege and CSGO are games that I've played a lot. So I've played all of the major first-person shooters, but for some reason, Call of Duty always kind of had my back. I always went back to that franchise, and this has really been, the last few years have been the first time in my life where I haven't felt the need to play the game. I still remember when Black Ops 2 came out, and even with Advanced Warfare and Black Ops 3, I felt like playing those games every single day and grinding and either going for trick shots or going for clips or sniping or just camo grinding. It always felt like I wanted to do something in those games, and recently it just hasn't been like that. Xdefiant made me feel that way, and let me explain. Xdefiant is coming from Ubisoft, which at first hearing, I was very skeptical, and I'm still very skeptical because it's a Ubisoft free-to-play game. However, the first touch of Ubisoft that I actually really like in the game is the way that the class system works, or aka the factions. Basically, to kind of keep up with modern day, they've given each kind of soldier an ability, and each faction is from a Ubisoft title. They have like Tom Clancy's Ghost Recon, they have Watch Dogs, I can't remember the other two, I think it's The Division, and then another one of the Tom Clancy titles. Oh no, and then it's Far Cry. One of the factions is from, I said fractions, one of the factions is from Far Cry, which I think is really cool. There's something about seeing characters from these Ubisoft like worlds just kind of shoot each other, and I mean, it can even happen with other titles. Like, I can definitely see them adding like an Assassin's Creed faction, and that would definitely be the faction that I only play. Like, I would only touch that one and the Watch Dogs one. But yeah, I think that the abilities that the soldiers have are all really good. I think that the ultimate abilities are all really cool. They all look great. The guns feel really good. Hard to explain to people who aren't like FPS players why Call of Duty guns in the past always felt so fun. This game's like new way of having you shoot the guns in Xdefiant, it actually feels really good. To me, it almost feels like Black Ops 3 guns, just without the jetpacks. Now, my biggest gripe with this game is the pacing. You can have games that are either like really, really intense or games that are just really dull. And maybe that was just because of how I was playing the beta. I was playing the welcome playlists. I didn't really customize the playlist all that much. So that really could have just been on me. I do like the way attachments work in this game compared to Call of Duty. Like, in recent years, the attachments are way too complicated and they don't even work half the time. So like, they'll say what they do, but in reality, you'll have to go watch like 3 YouTube videos to really understand what they do, because they don't do what they say. But in Xdefiant, it actually feels like the attachments are working properly. I also really like the map designs in the Xdefiant beta, at least from the maps that I got to touch. I felt really, really good. And it really felt like there was a push for this game to have like an esports following, if that makes any sense. Like I can definitely see the game modes that are going to be used as esports if this game makes it to that level. And I think Xdefiant has a really good chance. Call of Duty is in the worst place it's ever been. Battlefield, people aren't really trusting, even though I've heard that the most recent Battlefield, the updates have really made the game good. Halo will always have its core like Halo audience, right? Like I will always love Halo. Like even with the new one, I loved the last multiplayer. I'm still playing Halo, so I don't know. Yeah, I just thought for the Monday video this week, I would just do something light and talk about Xdefiant because I have my foot in a lot of different genres and games, and multiplayer games are really fun to me. Maybe they can add jetpacks to Xdefiant. Maybe there'll be like a faction that's just like straight out of Advanced Warfare. I would enjoy that a lot. Maybe that says something about my skill level too, the fact that like I grinded Advanced Warfare and Black Ops 3 the most out of like any other Call